Hey, Gia, thanks for the host, man. Okay, let's get to it. It is time for Evolution. Oh god, I have to get used to this controller. We are doing it. And hey, look, as soon as we start the game, immediately into combat. 1 second. I may be slightly off time with this song, because I actually don't have my headset on. What am I playing it on? A Dreamcast. This is the original game. And it's yelling at me. I'm not... Recognize my damn control... Ah! You can do it. I believe in you. This game has almost nothing to do with Evolution. I know where the name comes from, but I don't know where the name comes from at the same time. So yeah, I'm actually playing on a Dreamcast. Which is actually why I'm having a little bit of trouble. Because this Dreamcast is very old. It is one of the original Dreamcasts. So it's the actual first printings. First manufactured Dreamcasts. And so is the controller that I'm using. And apparently the cord for this controller is going bad. Okay, so this is Evolution. Evolution is a dungeon crawler turn-based RPG, which had a lot of very cool stuff. It's also extremely bad. Well, okay, not extremely badly, but there are some definite issues in its translations, which we'll be seeing as we go. But it has some very cool stuff. So as we start Evolution, we're actually thrown immediately into combat. So we immediately actually join on this combat with our two heroes, Mag and Linear. And combat's very interesting. So a couple of immediate things to be aware of is that this is what you would consider to be an active turn battling system. I forgot the official name of this type of battling system. But the concept is that we don't just take turns, my side, their side. What ends up happening is on the very right-hand side corner of the screen, I have plenty of controllers. I'm just trying to actually use an original as opposed to one of my off-brands. On the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a list of the turns. So we can see that Mag goes first, Linear goes second, and then enemy and enemy. So you will always see me actively trying to kill the next enemy to go up to make sure the enemies have the least amount of turns possible. The game also includes a positioning-based system. So it's not like Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea or any of those tactical RPGs. I'm not allowed to actually move up next to my enemies. However, you can notice that Mag has 3 spaces. He's got the middle space he's in, he's got the front space, he's got the back space. So depending on where you are in the space, that decides what your really effective stats are. If you are in front, you have the most damage, but you take the most damage. If you're in back, you deal less damage, but you take less damage. We will be kind of moving around. Different moves that we have will move us around in our space. And also, spaces actually can matter for certain moves. Certain moves actually care what rank you're in or what column you're in. So we're working a little bit differently. We do have standard combat things, so we do have our standard attack, which is just Mag's going to attack. We do have special moves. Mag is a cyframe user. You'll see more about him a little bit later on. But the important part is that he has what's called a cyframe. It's a special piece of equipment. It's that thing that's on his back. Looks kind of like a Swiss Army knife. But he has a cyframe. And that cyframe allows us to swap parts in and out. And different parts have different special moves, and we will gradually unlock them over time. So right now he has hand parts. So here are the moves in hand parts. You'll notice I only have access to Magna Punch, which is his base move. It costs 20 FP. FP is the blue bar on the bottom. The yellow bar above that is my HP. So it has 20 FP. If I had TP, which you gain at the same time as experience, you gain it by defeating enemies, I could use that TP to unlock Charge Punch. I don't currently have any. I also have lightning hand parts, which have a slightly different set of skills. We also have items that we can use. We could move him forwards or back, or we could defend. I'm going to go ahead and attack. And you'll see as I target my enemies, it'll show me on the right-hand side of the list exactly which enemy I'm targeting. The Big Ben is going to go next, so we'll attack him first. And it's dead. So that 4 that you saw 2 4s come up right now. One was yellow, one was white. The white one is actually healing. Every turn, I actually heal a little bit based on what I did. The yellow one was TP, so I gained 4 TP, and I also gained 4 FP back. So then we have Linear. Linear works a little bit differently, so she is not a cyframe user. So if you look at her special list, she has a lot more options than Mag does, and that's because she gets all of her categories right off the bat, and then we just unlock them over time. The only downside is it means she never gets another category. Linear is kind of special because when she attacks, she uses a frying pan. Linear's party has defeated the enemy. And now we got 6 experience. We picked up Neolin and Neolin Gold. Neolin is a healing item. It's like a potion. And Neolin Gold is a stronger version of it. Okay, so we got our first combat. So now we immediately go into cutscene. Ha! A wimpy monster like that was a piece of cake. Not even a problem. We've come this far. The treasure must be nearby. You can still go on, right? Good. Then we are officially back in business. Hey, look at this. This will get us out of the trickiest situations. So, immediately you'll notice that, let me change where the chat box is real quick, because that ain't gonna work. There we go. You'll notice that Linear is a non-speaking character. She does not talk. She emotes, which I think is fun. I don't know why Mag introduces the cyframe to Linear, because Mag has had the cyframe for a very long time, so she's obviously still aware of it. But, okay. So, let's do it. And they'll just go ahead and advance and move on to the next room. This is so obvious. It must be a trap. Yeah, it probably is. No traps here. Oh, no traps here. Man, what about this really obvious, hey, that's a trap. And Linear just kind of walks into the trap with him. Okie dokie. Holy, I don't believe it. It's a ray of light. Ah! Things, they're happening. And I love that Linear just kind of stands here. Oh, dear. Well. Whew, that was close. What were you doing, Linear? You have to run away when things get dangerous. Whoosh. Haha. Thanks, but I'm okay. I'm not hurt anywhere. What about you? Are you hurt? Huh? Hey, Linear. There's a thing going on over here. It's a picture! That painting! That's the Messenger of Light! That's the one the Society told me about! Alright, we did it, Linear! This is the place! The treasure must be on top of the picture. About that. Well, well. Mag Launcher. Yep, moving right along. Still going on adventures with that scaredy cat girl, huh? That voice. No, it couldn't be. Yep, it is. And I helped myself to all the treasure. This is Chain. Chain, how'd you get there? And where'd you get that treasure? Ha! I'm an adventurer too, you know, and finders keepers is the only rule amongst adventurers. Either way, there's no way your cyframe could have made it up here anyway. 'Cause unlike mine, it can't fly. Ha! You should be grateful to me for saving you the needless effort. Shane's cyframe, among other things, is a jetpack. I heard this loud noise, then saw you guys running for your lives. A pro shouldn't fall for a trap like that. You sorry excuse for an adventurer. You dirty, rotten... You shouldn't even be here interrupting my work. Oh, poor Linear. There's some type of, like, aggravating, aggressive nonsense going on here. Hey, don't get so mad. Look, you're frightening Linear. Mad? Who's mad? I'm just saying what any professional would say. It's that short temper of yours that always makes people mistake you for a man. Shane, if you could just stay calm and quiet, you might actually be kind of cute. You jerk! What does that have to do with it? Instead of arguing here, we should be working to do the best job we can so we can be proud to be adventurers. Well, now to put it that way, I guess I wouldn't mind helping you, Mag. After all, I would be 100 times more help than that amateur girl like her. If you say so, Shane. I disagree. So if you ever need my help, just come to my place. I'm out of here. Later, Shane. That Shane. No one can ever accuse her of not speaking her mind. And she took all the treasure with her, too. Aw, man. Without the treasure, I won't make any money on this assignment either. Sigh. Yeah, that's a suspicious blush. You're not wrong. We also have yet another game that is populated by teenagers. Pan Am Town. Town of Ruins and Archaeology. And the milk shirt. There's the Society. An Archaeological Research Institute. But Evolution likes to front-load us with every character in the game. Oh man, another assignment ends in failure. I can just see Gray's angry face. I'll get another long lecture. So it's gonna front load with every character in the game within about 15-20 minutes. So hey, let's introduce another character. This is Gray. He's the biggest badass in the entire game, apart from Mag. I see you reached your destination, are about to begin collecting the treasure, and Chain Gun beats you to it. So, let's just, we've got Mag Launcher, and we've got Chain Gun. Your mission ends in failure, and you get nothing from the Society. That about sums it up, yes? Yeah, I guess so. I sort of had to use a lot of items. I lost money on this assignment. Haha. Mag. Sorta had to. Lost money? Listen to yourself. How pathetic. For generations, the Launcher family has produced the most renowned adventurers in these parts. Surely you remember that it is the Launcher's family dream to find Evolutia, the legendary cyframe. Yep, this is Grey Nade. You got it exactly right. However, now our operations lose money, and we depend on the Society for work. Someday we will find Evolutia. We are depending on you, Mag. Come on, Gray. You worry too much. I know what to do. I won't make any more mistakes. Promise. Very well. I truly hope so. Mag, you don't know the importance of your position as head of the Launcher family. Or do I just worry too much? He is too carefree. He lacks seriousness. He's downright irresponsible. Hey, Gray, I'm standing right here, you know? Hey, are you even listening to me? Nonetheless, I have served the Launcher family for many years. I have seen many adventurers. My experience tells me that his puzzling confidence is the mark of a true leader. Someday he will grow into the magnificent adventurer that I know he can be. Now then, Mag, you and I must work together to make that glorious day come. Yeah, sure. Then let's begin immediately by going to town to ask the Society for a new assignment. Those Society assignments. Let's do that. Instead of sitting around, let's go out and earn the big bucks. Come on, Linear. Let's go get a new assignment from the Society. Okay, so you guessed Gray's name really quickly. Can you guess Linear's name? Well, her last name. That's right. I should put any items I'm not using into that big box. So we do have a storage room. I'm not going to store anything right now, but this is a good place to put extra items. You are actually limited in the amount of items you can carry in this game. If I go to my... if I go to my item list, I can only carry, like, 4 times this total. So it's not... I don't have as much as I look like I do. I guess we'll save over that one. So part of evolution is choosing what character is going to come on your adventures with you. This is Gray's room. Oh, sorry, this is Linear's room. I'm sorry. It's Linear's dresser. Bet she'd get mad if she found I looked inside of it. I forgot, this is Linear's room. Where's Gray's room? It's around here somewhere. Gray, I know you have a room in this house somewhere. I know he has a room, because the room up here is Mag's. This is Mag's room. Yep. Linear is linear canon. So, we do get to talk to whoever I want to ask to join me in my mission. But take as many assignments as we can. We can repay the Launcher family's debt little by little. Let's do it. Once you find out your new assignment, I will accompany you on your adventure to assist you. So we gotta get an assignment first. So the entire point of the game is that Mag's family has accrued a very large debt. The game really kind of makes it sound like, hey Z, the game very much makes it sound like they're a little bit like, what's her name? The girl from The Mummy. Can't remember her name right now. But like, kind of how her family was kind of big on adventuring and stuff like that. Very similar idea, very Indiana Jones. But Mag's family has accrued a lot of debt over the years. So part of the game, and the really ultimate goal that we have right now, is to pay off Mag's family debt. This is a fun interaction. Hey, it's Linear. I was waiting for you. I wanted to see you. I know he's repaid some of the money he owes, but he's still got a long way to go, because that guy sure owes a lot. Come on, Linear. Don't stay with a loser like him. The smart money is on me. Man, that guy gets on my nerves. Worth watching is, especially Mag, but a little bit with Gray as well. Watch their expressions, because they actually do change with time. I just got here and don't even have any clothes. The ship with my baggage can't dock because of the 8th Imperial Army. Oh, I wish I didn't have to stay in these clothes in such heat. Look, I'm getting heat rash. Well, that's too bad, miss. Why, how cute! You're blushing. Is this your first time seeing that much skin? Or am I that attractive? Yeah. Yeah, he's annoying. Also, this guy also has a cyframe. He's got kind of like bionic eyes. You're wise, listen to the tales of an old adventurer. I'm not going to, but you know, what do you want to know? I'll tell you what I can. Hey, lots of information about how the world works. Also, No. Oh, crap, I can't remember how... Oh, start button to end. That's right. Okay. Yeah, Nash is obnoxious. He doesn't really end up saying much else either. What type of money do I have right now? Is under status? Status. 1,000. Okay, cool. I need that. So you have some options on what you want to... Why am I here? I can't do anything here. Whoops. You have options what to do with your money at the end of each mission. You can upgrade cyframes, buy equipment, things like that. I don't think I can buy any, this game is a serious case of old. You're not wrong. This game is very old. We have money, but I don't have I can't do the thing I want to do with it. So we could go over here. There we go, for Nina. Well, hello there, Mag. Welcome to the Society. Are you going on an adventure with Linear? Yeah, you could say that. So, do you have any new assignments, Nina? I need one, because I took a beating on that last assignment. Shane beat me to the treasure at the last minute. That's what I heard. Hee. Did your servant Gray give you a standard lecture again?
How can you let that happen, Mag?
Very funny. You know everything, don't you? After all, you're pretty much a veteran of the Society. Veteran? Are you referring to my age? I resent that. I just have a lot of experience here. Unlike the people sent from the other offices, I was born in this town. A lot of experience. That's a veteran. I understand perfectly. Anyway, I wish somewhere there were... I don't know what the rest of that line was supposed to be. Dream on. If such places existed, the Society would have sent its own people to investigate them long ago. I think it's somewhere where they have a lot of stuff we can sell. But we can't, and that's why we like you, Mag. Yeah, I guess so. Well then, what can I do for you today? I already told you I want an assignment. Also, I want to repay my debt. This is how much debt we have. 80,000 boondoggles. I want an assignment. Which ruins do you want to visit? Okay, I'll let you guys choose. We can go to the Blind Ruins. Ruins buried deep in the jungle, located in a marshy spot with water. Water everywhere. We can go to the Heaven Ruins. Wooden Tower Ruins, located deep in a forest. Lush with moss and mushrooms, it is steadily merging into the surrounding landscape. There's the Shades Ruins. Ruins located in a cold, high plateau. Inside, the temperature drops steadily as you descend into the icy rooms. It's also the Shoal Ruins. Ruins in a volcanic zone with molten lava everywhere. It was discovered after a volcanic eruption a few years ago. Or the Descent Ruins. Tower-shaped ruins said to be built as an ancient astronomical observatory. So, whichever ruin we choose is going to make another ruin unavailable until the end of the game. We'll do all 5 eventually. The ruins change the kind of element that we deal with. Different ruins have different bosses. We will do all of them eventually. Do the ice one? The Shades Ruins? I can do that. Are you sure you want those ruins? Of course, I know what I'm doing. All right, I'll get you clearance right away. You can leave on your new adventure whenever you're ready. I know they're far, but it's no problem because your family has a seaplane, right? Just a hop from the landing field. Well, then good luck. Give your best, Mag. Cool. Makes puns easier. We will be doing all of them eventually. I don't really feel like talking to any of the NPCs, and we don't have any money to go to the shop, so let's move on. Okay, so now that I've chosen my mission, I can choose the third party member to come to me. Come with me. Option 1, I can take Chain with me, or option 2, I can take Gray with me. Now, the smart money's on Gray. Not only is Gray better than Chain in just about every conceivable way, for reasons that I will show you as we play through the game. But also, Chain takes money from you. Chain takes, like, payment from you at the end of the mission, so that's less money to put towards the launch of family debt. Gray puts his entire share towards the family debt. Okay, hi, Gray. Why, you appear to have received a new assignment. Shall I assist you with it? Yeah, come with me. Understood, Mag. I am willing to accompany you if you will have me. Gray has joined the party. Also, Gray has not only the best running animation, he has the best jumping animation, too. Now, let me see if I can show this better. Gray doesn't give you hugs. Shane doesn't give you hugs, either. So, running animation, jumping animation. Okay. So, there are items hidden in various places in the landing field. I'm not going to bother with them. In order to travel to the ruins in search of adventure, board the seaplane, the Sea Otter. That's linear. Linear gives hugs. With the Sea Otter seaplane, we can go to the ruins near Panam Town or anywhere else in just one hop. Alright, let's take off for the ruins. Okay, so now we get to the dungeon diving. So dungeons in this game are procedurally generated. So this game basically did the roguelike thing before games like The Binding of Isaac made it super popular. It's very dungeon grindy. If you're familiar with games like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, things like that, it's kind of got that feel to it. So each dungeon has a set number of floors based on how many dungeons you've done before it. This is our first dungeon, so I think it's either 10 or 20 floors. I can't remember. Am I a fan of procedural generation? Usually. So there's going to be a number of rooms on each floor. The rooms are connected by hallways. Hallways and rooms can have traps in them. Traps are typically in the center of the hallway, so I'll try to stick to the outsides. Some traps are good, some traps are bad. On the minimap, a white dot is a treasure chest. In this case, picked up an herb, which is a healing item. Yeah, people have been talking about Dark Cloud. I think I have it. If I don't, I can get a copy. Red dots are enemies. Now, enemies are on, there's no random encounters. Enemies are actually on the, crap. Enemies are on the map. And, based on how you encounter them, that will decide how the turn order goes. So, this enemy just straight up encountered me, so the turn order is going to be going in the order that you see here. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. No more tick. And let's get rid of this bird, because the birds hurt just a little bit. Also, Gray uses a rifle. Oh, Gray is absolutely fantastic. You will see why as I start upgrading him. Mag, how did you miss? Can you try again? No, shoot this damn thing. Thank you. Gray has become level 2. Mag has become level 2. Party members back that you do not choose will actually level up the same as your party members in the field. They don't gain quite as much TP, though. So that enemy encountered me. If I encounter the enemy... damn. If I sneak up on the enemy and encounter them, I can get a sneak attack, which I have failed to do twice. Unfortunately, this enemy saw me before I had a chance to actually do so. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of stupid. Something that I should have done that I didn't do. So every move in this game has a, I guess I'd call it a speed value. The speed value decides how long until your next turn. So we'll be keeping track of that a little bit later on. I think they call it delay in this game. The rodents hit kind of hard. Okay, let's do a thing real quick. Party formation. You to the front, you to the front, you to the back. Okay, much better. So now Mag and Gray will do more damage, and Linear will take less damage. See, that's a trap. It could be a good trap or a bad trap, and I don't know because I haven't activated it yet. I don't need any of the good traps right now, so I'm not going to bother with them. Okay, we've reached the end of the floor, so we're going to get some items. We've got some nail-in, an apron, which is an item for Linear, if I remember correctly, and special item search. So let's go take a look. So Linear, let's use body, change that to apron. So apron, it reduces her defensiveness, but increase her hits and her evasion. I don't think... Yeah, Gray can't use that. That's specifically Linear. I'll take that. That's fine. Hey, Wonder Girl. Okay, so now we defend to the next floor. You can pause... not really pause the game. Give me a second. I gotta give my dog water. It's not so much that you pause the game, but you can put the game in a suspended state if you're not able to play any longer, because you can only leave dungeons on every 5 or 10 floors. So I'm in here until at least floor 5. That's not a problem now, because this dungeon is short. But when we hit the 4th or 5th dungeon of the game, those dungeons are going to be kind of long. Nope, no, you little bastard. Okay, here we go. And this is what happens when you do this right. First of all, you get good music. Second of all, you get the initiative. Getting the initiative means that we get an entire free round. You'll notice that Gray just went, and Gray gets to go again. We're going to be making the attempt to get the initiative as often as I can. However, this does swing both ways. If the enemy gets behind me, they get the initiative, and that causes party wipes. We try not to let that happen. This can be especially bad in certain rooms that I call monster zoos that have many, many enemies in there, because you usually have to clean them up. You can't, like, ignore those rooms, usually. Usually they're on the way to the exit. Okay, so on this side of the room... Hey, look, it's a pit. When enemies first spot you, they will stand still for a few moments, giving you just long enough to get the initiative if you really try. Now, you might be asking yourself, Nye, you said that you have... What console generation is the Dreamcast? The Dreamcast was the same... It was PS2... A little bit after the N64, if I remember correctly. I don't know how high-res the graphics actually are, but that was the generation. Got a soul potion, okay. Now, this was actually the first RPG on the Dreamcast. Ah, crap. No! Okay, that's fine. So that was one of the traps. Smoke obscures my vision, so it makes it not only harder to see, but also, if I get into combat... Gray and Linear are both blinded. But Gray's a badass, and he hits anyways. Now, you might ask yourself, Nye, you mentioned earlier at the very start of this that there's all these special moves that you have and these special attacks. You know, why aren't you using any of them? And there's actually a really good answer for that. Which I will show you in just a minute. Okay, so this is the end of the floor. However, I didn't full clear the floor, and especially early on in the game, I like to do full clears. The reason I like to do full clears, number one, a lot more experience. God damn it. It's not the worst trap, but that's an annoying one. Ah! No! Oh, crap. This is the music we get when an enemy gets initiative on me. So you'll notice that because they got initiative on me, they got behind me. The formation is backwards. Mag and Gray are at the back, and Linear is at the front, which is really bad. Okay, so let's take a look at take a look at Linear's abilities real quick. She doesn't have what I want. I wanted Pain Box. So you'll notice that Linear has Pain Box. So Pain Box costs 10 TP. The first time you use an ability, it's free. It costs 0 FP. So it can be really powerful to save TP until you really need to use that skill, which is typically what I will do. I will save TP as long as I possibly can. I'm gonna go ahead and have Linear heal herself. So Linear is our mage. She's our healer. She does have good damaging abilities, but she is a caster first and foremost. Mags are damage dealer, and Gray is actually kind of a support character. His entire concept is, in general, support his team, debuff the enemies. Most importantly, and most... Oh, that was a crit, by the way. That's where the sparks came from. Most importantly, Gray is a mag buffer. His entire character concept is buff mag. Make mag stronger. And he is ridiculously good at it. Crap. Okay, so this one was spotted by enemies. Enemies are more likely to see me earlier. And if there are enemies in the room that particular thing is in, those enemies will immediately attack. Thankfully, not a problem. But yeah, I want to full clear floors early for 2 reasons. Number one is I want the experience. Okay, so this is a teleporter that allows me to exit the ruins. I don't want it. Usually you find those on floors 5 and 10. If you leave the ruins, you come back in one floor previous to the floor you left on. Or maybe it's one group of floors, I can't remember. We're not going to be leaving ruins. Oh, crap. Okay, it's cool. He didn't surprise us. But Gray's whole thing, and you'll see this on the boss of this dungeon, his whole thing is buff mag. And Mag is absolutely our damage dealer. He's basically like Vice was. Mag's actually a little bit better at dealing damage than Vice was. I know that sounds really weird because we beat the entire game of Skies of Arcadia by using Vice to kill everything. Mag is better at it. And he's primarily better at it because he has other options. He has other ways to attack than Vice did. Said the same thing 3 times? I mean, I'm trying to remember where I was. So one of the big things that we're going to be... How long are we going to be streaming? I mean, I just started streaming about 40 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, so I'll probably be streaming for the next 2 hours, 3 hours. Hey, look, we got blinded again. Maybe I'll avoid that trap next time. So we really want Mag to be the most powerful he can be. The other 2 will do damage, and they will take out enemies. But Mag's going to be the one that does the most work. Hey, look, it's a wolf. So mostly we're going to build up TP, and I'm not really... Hey, look, more enemies. I'm not really going to be using specialty moves for the start of the game, I'll be starting to use specialty moves a lot more towards mid-game, because then we're going to want to really start getting rid of enemies quickly so they don't do damage to us, because enemies will do more damage than we can really survive. Or not survive, but they do more damage than I heal, basically. Yeah, Mag is absolutely a boss buster. He's stupidly powerful to begin with, and he gets even more powerful when Gray starts doing things. So later on, we'll start seeing room clears, and we'll start seeing moves that will clear entire attacks. We don't get to do that much early, so it's kind of no point using those special abilities until I need them. The other reason we're trying to clear entire floors is because I'm looking for some very specific drops. Cyframes are kind of special because I'm allowed to change out the parts they use. Different cyframes have different parts, so Mag cyframe is about using his hand, so he gets hand parts. And there's a couple different ones that I'm on the lookout for. Just check something real quick, if I remember correctly. Cool Meteoroma that prevents sleep. Better defense, but lower evasion is agile. I really don't want that. Okay. I'm on the lookout for cyframe parts, and the problem with cyframe parts is they can be anywhere. Any treasure chest can drop a cyframe part, but they are random. They're not guaranteed from any treasure chest, from any dungeon. You may never see any. So I'd like to full clear some floors until I see some specific parts that I'm on the lookout for, especially for Mag. And the parts are specific to various characters. So there are 3 different cyframe users that we get to see in Evolution 1, one of which has not been introduced yet. And I could find cyframe parts for Chain, for example, and never see cyframe parts for Mag. But there is a specific part that I'm looking for Mag. Actually 2, but 1 that I would really like to see. So we're on the lookout for it. So I'm kind of clear a lot of dungeons. I'm going to full clear for probably the first 3 dungeons. It's going to take some time, because this is a dungeon crawler. So I'm going to probably full clear the first 3 dungeons in an attempt to find some of these parts. Okay, can you look the other way? You're annoying. Damn, didn't get the drop on it. That's fine. How's Sky's grinding going? We're done. We finished yesterday. We finished 100% of the game. Well, 98.5%ing, because there were a couple of titles I didn't bother grinding for. But we finished with Sky's. It took, I want to say, like 4 hours of grinding to get all the kills we needed to do. The map has been erased. Well, that's annoying. Another one of the traps we'll see. You might have seen that I got a drop of a special item. I think it was a Ruin Search. And Ruin Search is one of there are a couple special items that are Ruin items, and basically they affect my map or my visibility of the current floor I'm on. They may show me the entire map. They may show me where all the items are. They may show me where all the enemies are. There's a couple others that are kind of like that. So I have a couple of them. I tend to save them until I actually want to start skipping things. Will we get 100% in this game? No. I'm not sure. I say that. I'm not sure how you would define... we'll see you later, Wonder Girl. I'm not sure how you would define 100% in this game. Because they're just random drops. So I can't guarantee that I will get all of the cyframe parts. There is post-game in this. Okay, we cleared the floor. There is post-game in this. But I can't guarantee I'm going to get all the cyframe parts or anything like that. What we are going to do is we're going to do all of the post-game. After you beat the game, you get to do the 5th dungeon, which is the longest dungeon in the game. It's the hardest dungeon in the game. We will be doing that, and we will clear the Launcher family debt. So that's the goal that we're aiming for. But unlike Skies of Arcadia, there is no... There's not really 100%ing this game. So now we get the Phage type enemy. Enemy types get really badly reused in this game. we see a lot of palette swaps. So phage type is one of the ones that we haven't seen yet. And phage types can be really annoying to try to sneak up on because there's no good way to figure out if you're looking at the front or the back. But you will very much see, we're going to be seeing a lot of palette swaps. There's only like 10 different types of enemies in this entire game. One of the weirdest attack animations. Just go ahead and let Linear heal herself. The other two don't need it. You can heal out of combat, by the way. So if I did need it, I could have Linear heal herself outside of combat. Which is usually the better idea, I'll be honest with you. Oh no, that's annoying. So paralysis just occasionally says, hi, you don't get to attack. You don't get to take your turn. It's not a 100% chance of that. So the type of damage you're seeing right now is why later on I will not full clear floors anymore. I'll be skipping as many fights as possible. Because this type of damage persists throughout the entire game. Yeah, Mag is still paralyzed. So enemies will be doing tons of damage. Well, okay, so occasionally I think we get to, God, Linear, can you stop getting hit? Linear, can you kill this, please? Thank you. Okay, good news is the status effect, if I remember correctly, does not persist. After combat, it ends, so Mag will no longer be paralyzed. But I can go into skill, strength recovery type. Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't do that. Okay, well, we have items. I thought you could heal outside of combat, but apparently I was wrong. There's an item over here, or something. There's something over here that looks like an item. And like I said earlier, items, your inventory has limited amounts of space. We cannot hold everything. So I will start using items once my inventory starts getting full. But there's kind of no reason for me to want to use that stuff at the moment. If I remember correctly, we also regain health and FP as we walk around the map. Not 100% sure on that. Linear's at 133 health right now. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that. So that's special item Ruin Search. So Ruin Search, if I remember correctly, gives me the map. Ow. That's another type of trap, a fire trap that just does damage. Is there nothing more to this? Is this just goes back? It just loops? Nope. Hey. So not only do floors get more numerous the more dungeons we've done, but the deeper you go in a dungeon, the larger floors tend to get. So later on dungeons and later... Oh, God. Got some headgear, which is an item mostly for Mag, but he already has it. Oh, no. This one enemy. Look at that whole 3 experience. Good job, Linear. I have no idea how Linear only just now hit level 5. She's been in every single fight. Oh, okay, cool. So let's see if we can get a little bit over-leveled. It'll make things a little bit more pleasant. Good crit, Mag. Do more of that. Bad mislinear. Do less of that. So really for the first dungeon, I'm really saving up all of my FP for the first boss. so we can just blitz it down real quick. And then once my moves get unlocked, I'll start using moves more often. But I want to save those free attacks for boss attacks. Why will you not leave Linear alone? What did she do? They've been focusing her down the entire time. Hey, cool. I like it when enemies' turns get skipped. Can we do more of that, please? Good crit. No! Okay, never mind. I thought he was attacking Linear, and I was going to be very upset. Leave Linear alone. Enemies don't usually focus her down. Oh, so you see that? You see that fighting expression on Mag's face? There's one more enemy? Yeah. Nope, no. Your party follows exactly the path you do, including jumps, including turns. So your party's not going to run into a monster unless the monster actually starts moving. Not 100% sure why the rodents have earrings. Just one of those things, I guess. Okay. So this should take a left turn up here. No? Okay, big room to our left, it looks like. Either that or a really long, empty hallway. I can't quite tell. Should be a room below us. That's a good trap. 50% of everybody's FP restored. Okay, and this is a jumping puzzle. If you want to be trendy, if you want to be pirates. We will be seeing a lot of some of these enemies. And the enemy types change a little bit when we get deeper. There are different zones in some of these dungeons. And deeper zones... oh, we got the Hyaenodon's tooth. Nice. That's actually really useful. It's really good to have. There's a third item type that we haven't actually seen yet. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Jump! Why did you put platforming in my RPG? Damn it. Hold on. Evolution does not have tight platforming. Okay, we got a nail in. Another good trap. Okay, these are usually good items, but not this time. Okay. The items that you have to like platform for, or the items you have to platform for and stuff like that are generally good, but not this time. It was just a standard healing item. Please don't make me sleep. Thank you. Please don't poison me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Nice. Getting a lot of healing items, which I guess is nice. I would prefer some more equipment. So there's a third item type in the game that we haven't seen any of. So there's equipment. There's consumable items. The third item type is treasures. And treasures are really useful. So at the end of any given dungeon, we get a single large treasure. It's the dungeon treasure. And we sell it to the society. The society gives us a bunch of money. Most of the money goes towards paying back the Launcher family debt, but some of it is actually money we get to hold on to and get to spend in the shop or upgrade cyframes, things like that. But every treasure item that we get is ours to sell as we so choose. Some of them, when we sell them, become items. Some of them become stat boosters. And other ones... Okay, Thermo searches for monsters. Other ones you just sell for money. And the Hyaenodon's tooth is one of the ones I think that actually turns into an attack upgrade. Not 100% sure on that, but... Damn it. I was hit by that trap once already. I was playing up a little bit earlier how the translation's bad. It's not terrible. They put a lot of puns in the game, which isn't really... It's not a bad thing. They put a lot of puns in the game, but there are certain things that are not translated well. Some of the descriptions of moves, for example, or descriptions of items. And there's some dialogue that is just incredibly awkward. Got an herb. Oh, whoops. Okay, cool. I was trying to jump, but I keep on mixing up the A and the B button because it's a little bit different on the GameCube, which is what I've been playing for the past lots and lots of hours. God damn it. Linear, I need you to do more damage. Good dodge, good dodge. I mean, for what it sounds like, Z, it sounds like you were saying you played this before. I mean, you know this is definitely a game for me, because one of the characters just doesn't talk at all. Ow, god damn it. I should stop hitting that. So Evolution ended up getting a lot of, some decent praise. It was the first RPG on the Dreamcast. But it also ended up getting a fair amount of, annoyed people. Okay, so we just changed, zones. So that means that we're about halfway through the dungeon, if I remember correctly. But a lot of people got very annoyed with it because it is because it's, you know, procedurally generated. So what ended up happening is for Evolution 2, which kind of continued the storyline, and unfortunately was the... Oh, this is bad. Evolution 2 actually got rid of most of the procedurally generated dungeons. The only procedurally generated one is optional. All of the rest of them are set. But the optional dungeon is the one that has, like, tons of very cool stuff. So when we get to Evolution 2, which will happen eventually, I've done Evolution 1 on the channel, but I have never done Evolution 2 on the channel. When we get to Evolution 2, we will be doing the optional dungeon. Can y'all stop doing damage? They're being really annoying. So the downside to having our allies on different ranks the way that we do is that, it does make it a little bit harder to heal them. Because Linear's healing is primarily rank-based, the way you see here. So I can heal Gray and Mag together, but I don't currently have a way to heal Linear and one other person. And yeah, it sucks that your Dreamcast broke. This is actually my second Dreamcast. My original Dreamcast, which was my brother's, actually, before he decided that he was not into video games and tried to break it, and he eventually basically did break it. So I had to buy a second one so I could actually play some of these games again. I will say that the Dreamcast gaming library is not amazing, but there were some special games on here. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. I will eventually do Dark Cloud. I've been meaning to. I played a little bit of Dark Cloud 2 back in the day. But didn't get very far into it. Can you not? Okay, cool. No more poison. I really enjoy the MP, or the FP regeneration system in this game. I think it's a fantastic system. It doesn't punish you for using moves. You actually kind of get stuff back a little bit, so as you act, you can start regenerating stuff. Which you're not seeing much of right now, because I don't have any moves I want to use against these enemies. Mag's only move that he has right now that actually matters is a single target move. And I don't think Gray's big... I think all of Gray's stuff right now is single target as well. There's an Ice Fang Crystal, which is a sellable item. Chameleon Color makes us invisible to enemies. And Purifying Potion is a stat. Darn it. Okay, that's not the one I thought it was. Okay. Purifying Potion is like it's a stat fixer. Fixes abnormal status effects. Okay. Linear will be fine. That being said, I am running out of inventory space, so you got a point. The last time I did this, the time that I actually did this for the YouTube channel, we actually only had one character go down the entire playthrough. And it was on the very last boss. Okay, so now I can't carry anymore, so I am officially at full, full inventory, so now I will actually start using items. I'll just top linear off. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good thing to begin with, but also, this game is not really hard. There's not a lot of difficult in this game if you actually understand how to use characters and their abilities. You'll have a lot tougher of a time if you do not choose Gray, I'll tell you that much. Gray is just stupidly broken. But the game isn't particularly hard as long as you're paying attention, you don't step on traps too much. And then, as I said, towards the later portions of the game, we're not going to be fighting much. I'm going to be avoiding combat wherever possible. Because there's, at a certain point, there's just kind of no... there's kind of no reward for fighting anymore. Unlike Skies of Arcadia's magic system, it is actually not that hard to max out characters in this, to unlock all of their moves and things like that. And once you've unlocked someone's moves, and once you've unlocked all of their moves, the only thing you get by fighting is experience. But you end up taking damage. So the question is, you know, do I want to fight and potentially take damage, a lot of damage that I would then have to heal, or do I just want to keep moving? And then also, of course, combat takes a while. There's lots of enemies on floors. So the question is, do I want to deal with that, or do I want to keep moving? Later on, of course, we will have the ability to kill entire groups of enemies in one attack. So usually what I'll do is, once I have enough FP to wipe out a party, I will kill an entire party, and then I'll run until I get more FP, then we'll kill a party, then we'll run until we get enough FP. That way I can get a decent amount of experience without kind of being locked into these extremely long fights. Who's next? You're next. Can we take out the Gumbass? Yep, neat. Can we take out the Hynodon? Yes, neat. Can you take out the Bacteria? No. But it doesn't matter because it chooses not to attack. So at this point in the game, in order to change ranks from back to front and so on and so forth, you have to spend a turn to do it. there are going to be moves that we will see later on in the game that I will get and also our enemies will get, which will not only move yourself with those moves to the front or back rank, depending, but also those moves will also have the ability to move your enemies. In fact, I currently have a consumable item called a black hole ball. There's the mini black hole ball. It's that one right there.